Hey everybody, happy Sunday later afternoon. My name is Dawn Bourget and I'm glad to be here tonight. It's 7 o'clock on the Eastern time zone. Actually, I'm here about 4 minutes early. And it is Sunday, the 14th of September. And I believe that this is episode number 203. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm in the 200s with this already. It seems like it was just yesterday that I started doing this. Let's see here. I was just playing with something here on my computer. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had the right number. It is number 203. So I know I'm throwing everybody off that I'm on here in the evening hours, not during the afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I was on my way home from a wonderful event that I was at this weekend. It was a really good time. And I thought I'd share that with you guys a little bit. And hopefully we'll have time to do some stamping too, because I do have some things prepared. Hey, Evelyn, happy Sunday afternoon. Go Lions. I think they won today. That's what I heard anyway. I don't know. The day's been a blur between driving home from the middle of Michigan and then unpacking, and I'm repacking because I leave again on Tuesday to go visit my dad in Florida because I haven't seen him in a while. Anyway, on to things. First of all, if you guys have not done so already, I'd love for you to join my newsletter. And this is a QR code where you can go ahead and click it to go right to where you need to go, like a landing page, just to fill in your name and your email. All you have to do is open up the camera on your phone and point it to this little guy right here, and you're going to see something appear on your screen. Don't take a picture. You don't want to click that button. You just want to tap on the link that's shown on your screen, and it will take you right where you need to go. I'd love to have you join that. So it's everything to do with the chalet and Stampin' Up, all the things, right? Also, as you see things that you would like to grab up, our holiday mini catalog and brand new September online exclusives are available. This is my online store, and I appreciate when you do shop with me, and I do reward you with that. You'll get Stampin' Rewards automatically for any order over $20. And if you do spend over the $75 mark, you will receive a 16 project tutorial from me that has full color photos, measurements, and videos for each project. All right, let's go ahead, dive in some more here, because like I said, I got a lot of stuff to cover. You guys can find me at all the places on social media. The one very important, actually two very important places. The first one is YouTube. Make sure to go over to Dawn's Creative Chalet on YouTube, subscribe, and hit the bell for all the notifications. The bell will turn black. That'll let you know that you'll see everything that I do as far as uploading, lives, whatever on YouTube. I've been thinking about going live over there as well. Let's see. Oh, and my blog is the other very important place, which is dawnscreativechalet.com. And there you will find all the information from today's live. You'll find what I call, excuse me, a recipe card that just basically is like a PDF that you can download. And if you cannot remember all the items that we used on today's projects, that is what it is. It's a recipe card, just like you would need a recipe card to make some favorite elaborate dish, right? So that will be found up above the live after we're done. Also in the YouTube description once it's loaded, and also on my blog. So feel free to grab that up. And oh, what else was I going to tell you? I feel like I'm rusty. It's like I was just here last week with you guys, but I get thrown out of sorts as soon as I'm away from my environment that I'm at every single day. Are you guys the same way? Like, I'm a creature of habit, I tell you. As far as upcoming events here at the chalet, last Thursday before I left for the event, we had creative card class. That was a lot of fun. The next class is the product inclusive class, which is Traditions of Christmas, that suite, the traditional labels and Christmas greenery bundles. It's like a double bundle suite. Oh my gosh, say that 10 times fast. Holy cow. Anyway, so that is coming up on Thursday, September 25th at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30. Now this you have to RSVP for. I'm going to go ahead and wait to order until Monday, this Monday. So if there's anybody who does want to participate yet in this class who are local and you have not done so already and you'd like to, make sure to let me know no later than tomorrow by noon. By noon tomorrow, I will be ordering all the product. Let's see here. What else? And the class, the class is $45. It includes the Traditions of Christmas 12 by 12, specialty DSP, the traditional sparkling sequins, and the real red shiny ribbon. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful suite. Let's see here. Also, the next Starbucks Sip and Stamp is on Friday, October the 3rd. From noon until 2. I'd love to have you. It's at the Ludington, Michigan Starbucks. And we make a free craft and we sit and sip on our yummy drinks and it's a good time. Hi, Jamie Priest. How are you? It's good to see you. Happy Sunday late afternoon. So anyway, mark that on your calendar. I'd love to have you guys there. And then upcoming into October, we have Creative Card class on Thursday, October the 9th at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., or 6:30. And then product class for October will be the North Pole Delivery Jolly Delivery Suite Bundle. And that is on Thursday, October 23rd. The cost is $45. And again, it will include the Designer Series paper, the embellishment, and the Midnight Silver 1/2 inch ribbon, I think is what goes with that. No, that's a different one. Sorry. Oh, I think I'm going to include linen thread instead because the ribbon that's in this bundle, that is wrong right there. That's a bad typo, Dawn. Anyway, it's really bulky and I don't want to use it on the cards. So anyway, it's going to be replaced by something else that's just as wonderful, right? Oh, I'm glad that you're here to catch me live. It's awesome to see you, Jamie. Also, just to remind you guys of Paper Pumpkin. So we are into signing up for October. Oh my gosh. So usually October, November are always like holiday related and they're staying true to form. So for the October Paper Pumpkin is going to be Cozy Christmas. And they're giving us hints of, whoops, I should show you guys. Scoot, right here. They're giving us hints of the colors that will be featured. And it looks like it's going to be making 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. If you guys aren't signing up for this Paper Pumpkin stuff, you're really missing out. They've had some really good kits. And then also, if you are a subscriber, you can purchase these as an add-on. You'll need to place an order, obviously. They won't be added into your Paper Pumpkin kit. But anyway, these are it's the new set of dies for the next 3 months. And I dig them. They're pretty awesome. I love the tag. That right there, I love in itself. So anyway, that's all about Paper Pumpkin. If you have any questions, just holler and I can help you with it. Yeah, it's my birthday month. Yay. You're so awesome that you remember that. Oh my gosh. Also, just want to let you guys know about that bundle of the month that I was talking about. This is a teaser of some of the projects that are available in the bundle of the month for September. So it's featuring the Perfectly Pairs. This happens to be the card that I made to be a part of this beautiful collection, tutorial, whatever you like to call it. It's amazing. Very talented demonstrators. And like I said, there's 16 projects with all of the measurements and videos to help you create some beautiful creations with this entire suite of product. And you can earn it for free free with a $75 minimum order before the shipping and the tax. So if you do use Stampin' Rewards with your order, just make sure the order is still at the $75 mark before the shipping and the tax. And as I told you guys before about the recipe card, so this is basically what it is. It gives you all the helpful links that you might need after the fact. And again, it lists all the products that we are using today with what we're making today. So that will be available again. The link will be up above here once we are done with the live, right up above, or in the description of YouTube or on my blog. There'll also be a link. Today, just to show you guys really quick what we're working with. So we're playing with a double suite of product. Oh, Lordy, I should have marked this. I have so much junk in my catalog. You guys collect stuff in your catalogs. So anyway, it's a double bundled suite, and it should be in the back. Lordy, have a mercy. Where did it go? Okay, it's here. There we go. Okay, so flip the page. So last week we played with, whoops, get that out of the way. Oh my gosh. We played with Amber Autumn. And today we're going to play with Autumn Trees. But I'm going to have to talk fast in order to also do some stamping with you guys because I don't want to keep you here all night. But I have a lot of things to share from this past weekend too. So anyway, some fun cards with this. And I've already done all of the heat embossing that we're going to have on the cards, and I already pre-cut all the shapes and stuff. So those should go pretty quick. So Autumn Trees is what we're going to feature today. So I thought I would go ahead and show you that stuff. My gosh, you should see my table right now. It's really scary. Okay, so here's Autumn Trees. So there are no sentiments in this, which I think is pretty cool because it leaves it open for you to use whatever you already have in your stash. Or, of course, you can buy the Amber Autumn, which coincides and works perfectly along with this. And there's sentiments in that. But, you could definitely use, I'm sure you guys have something in your stash, right? So the nice thing about this set, there's a lot of things that you can use it with. The first thing I think of course, is autumn or fall, right? Which is perfect this time of the year. But I also think of masculine cards or people who hunt. I'm going to say people because I know women hunt as well as the dudes. And then I also think of sympathy cards, thinking of you cards, birthday cards. Like, there's just so many things that you can do with this beautiful large tree. I'm going to show you guys the dies here so that you can see. Here's my hand. I know it's not a large hand, but still, look at the size of that tree in comparison to my hand. So this will cover up a lot of the front of a card, which is also another plus because if you are like me and you have a tree that covers most of the front of your card, that also means that you don't have to work a whole lot to decorate your card. I mean, hey, it's a good deal. Anyway, because you guys know, I always say it, and I said it this weekend, I'm a lazy crafter. I love to make beautiful, pretty things, but I just don't want to have a lot of fuss and muss. I don't need 10 layers on my card. Like, that's, yeah, anyway. But yeah, they're beautiful, but that's just not me. So that's the tree. Then we have these little critters here, which are really cool. We're going to use those on a card. And then we have this die here, which looks really goofy. It's basically a bunch of little leaves, and it's kind of attached together, and you're going to see on a card how I use this. This would be really cool if you use watercolor paper and then just splash, just wet the watercolor paper, use some fall foliage type colors and just blotch it onto the watercolor. Make sure it's dry, and you could expedite that process with a heat tool and then run this die through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and that would look really pretty. And I wanted to do that, but I didn't have time today. In fact, I know my internal battery is slowly getting tired. So it's been a great weekend. And then also this little guy here is like a smaller tree bush thing. I call it like a burning bush. I have a little burning bush in the backyard that's kind of overgrown. That's what it reminds me of. And then, of course, we have dies for the, I don't know, rocks and a little bit of greenery or whatever. Yeah, this thing right here. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with today. But before we do that, I also want to talk about a couple of other things. So I talked about Paper Pumpkin, which is a kit. So while I was away, I received a box by UPS. Thank you, UPS. And I received the 2 new kits for September. So I wanted to show you guys these. I have not put them together. I got as far as taking them out of the box that they came in, were shipped in. And I need to play, but I need more hours in the day, I tell ya. So this kit is really cute. It is called Road to Christmas Kit. And it has 2 different designs. And look at that old truck. And check out the little doggy. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. And this kit is a non-stamping kit, so these sentiments are already pre-printed. So it's just a matter of assembly. So if you know somebody who is newer to the world of paper crafting, or like myself, sometimes I just like an easy card. Just give me the easy button, and then I can put all these together in a matter of an hour or less. That to me is a good thing. So this is the type of card that I like to use over at Starbucks, because a lot of people who have never stamped before may be intimidated. So this is a great way to introduce people to our paper crafting obsession, right? So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys this kit, and just check out these cute envelopes. And look on the back side, you had me at plaid. Like, I love plaid. Just adorable. And, ooh, that's really pretty, isn't it? That is gorgeous. I want to see the little truck in here, too. Oh, here's the little dog. Oh, isn't that sweet? There you go. Some Christmas trees. How cute. And then, oh, these are cool. So they're already pre-printed and scored. So all you have to do, like I said, is assemble. Oh, wow. Look at the punch outs for the sentiments. Oh, there's the truck right there. That is really cool. I love vintage. I'm a retro girl at heart. That's awesome. So anyway, that is Road to Christmas, and it's $14. And then we have this beautiful kit. This one is $32. There's a little bit of stamping involved. And this kit is what is going to be featured for World Card Making Day. So everybody, as far as I'm concerned, who's into paper crafting, whether you're a customer or a demonstrator, you should go ahead and register for World Card Making Day. If you haven't already, make sure to do so by October the 3rd. I believe I've posted the link, but I should do that again in both my group and my page on Facebook. And even on I know it's on my blog. So if anything, go to dawnscreativechalet.com, and I'll be posting right after we're done with the live, and I upload this to YouTube so I can include the replay in my blog post. But anyway, if you scroll down a little bit on today's post, as I post, you'll find a link to register, and you'll want to do so even if you're going to watch it at somebody else's house, or you're going to be with a group and you think, well, I don't really need to register because so-and-so registered and she's going to stream it on her TV. No, go ahead and register, because Stampin' Up! Is teasing us with a little something that we'll receive after the World Card Making Day event. I think it's only like an hour or two. And it's like 4 o'clock, I think, Eastern time. 2 o'clock Mountain Time, something like that. I'll have to check for sure. I know it's on my blog. All the details are there. This is what what will be featured. So if you want to stamp along with them on World Card Making Day and with all of us around the world, go ahead and grab up this kit. Like I said, it's $32. You're going to get the desk organizer along with all these beautiful cards that you can make. And because there's a little bit of stamping involved, you will get a stamp set. And let me show you the sentiments here. I love the font. That is really cool because then you can use this later on other cards and projects as well, right? And they'll give you an acrylic block. So if you have never stamped before and this is your first time, you have a block already for your stamps. And of course, an ink spot because you're going to need a little bit of ink. And whoops, it's upside down. And it's one of my very favorite ink colors, which is Secret Sea. And they'll give you the twine and all the things. Check out the cute little envelopes. So cute. And all the pre-printed stuff and punch outs. Like there's a lot of stuff. And then here is the organizer. So I'm not going to sit here and put it together for you guys, but I just want you to know that this is very, very hard, sturdy cardboard. I don't know if you really even want to call it, I don't know, not poster board. It's really heavy duty. So very good quality on that. So I'm super excited about World Card Making Day, and I hope that you are too. And it's a free event. You don't have to have this kit in order to participate. It's just that they are going to feature it. So if you'd like to play along with them, go ahead and grab up the kit. Okay, so I was at an event this last weekend. I left on Thursday and I came back just a matter of hours ago. I'm going to get a drink of water because I'm dry. Oh, much better. And I was there with 72 demonstrators total. And we did a lot of stamping. We had four main classes and then 2 add-on classes. One of the add-on classes was on Friday night. And the other was this morning. So we were stamping even this morning, or at least creating. Let me see. Let me grab. I was going to show you guys if you want to see some things that we did. Okay. So one of the classes is featuring, I should remember what these are called. But they're note cards and envelopes, and the envelopes coordinate obviously perfectly with the note cards. They are in the mini catalog. So let's go to that and show you really quick. Yeah, this is, I think, going to end up being over an hour long, but that's okay. So on page, and of course you'll find everything in my online store, but it's on page 15 of the mini catalog. And we used actually all of the stuff on this page between the Friday night class. Actually, we also used them for another class. That's right. But I tweaked mine a little bit differently. But anyway, we used all these items. In fact, you know what? Just a second here. I forgot to put everything on my laptop so I could see what you guys are seeing. So I know I'm not running off the screen. Oh, there we go. Perfection. So yeah, we used all of this stuff. In fact, I think I'm going to change up a class in my schedule, completely change it up. And I have a really cool idea with this stuff, but I'm going to show you something else too. And then, oh well, anyway, skip that thought, Dawn. Go on, onward. You can tell I'm a little loopy and a little tired, can't you? It's not like I am at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, so this card here, what I did is I watercolored on watercolor paper. So kind of like what I was talking about with the leaves dye with autumn trees. This is what I would like to do with that dye. I know that the watercolor paper is a little thicker, and this die is pretty detailed, this one right here. So I'm not sure how it would work, but I'm willing to give it a try. So maybe next week I'll play, because this week I'll be having withdrawals from being in my craft room on a daily basis. But anyway, so I went ahead and I watercolored it. I went ahead, made sure it was dry with a heat tool, and then I embossed it with this other funky, this is, by the way, is Gathering Moments bundle, which is an online exclusive. So this stamp set and sentiments you won't find in the mini. They're just online at my store. So anyway, then I embossed it with gold because I wanted to use that funky plaid stamp thing. And then there's also kind of sort of a splatter. And I did that in Blackberry Bliss. And I believe the colors in this are Blackberry Bliss, Pumpkin Pie, and Darling Duckling, I believe is the other color that I used on that. And I thought it came out kind of cool. Really cool. Fun. And then, of course, we used even more of these because there's like a pack of 10 of these. So we made this card as well. So there are 2 different colors. I want to say crumb cake toned, and I'm going to call this the garden green plaid as well. And I love plaid anyway, so these were right up my alley. Then we did this card here, which is kind of cute with all the beautiful leaves. And also this card here. Really fun. Okay, so that was one class. And then we did another using the Peace on Earth, which is an absolutely beautiful suite of product in blues. And I'm not normally a blue person. My mom loved blue. Everything was blue in her world. So anyway, so this was a class that we did as well. And there were a couple things I tweaked up on this. But yeah, such fun cards. Just love this designer series paper. It is just so pretty. And these little doves here, they are the coolest die. For sure. We did some tearing of the paper. And then we used the, this is in the, I believe, the Gathering Moments. Yeah, that whole suite of product I used on that. I love embossing white on white. It just, I don't know, something about it is just really stunning. It just is rich, right? Okay, so that was another class. And then there was a what is this called? Pine tree trimmings, I believe. She had also used the note cards that look like this. And she gave us some velvet paper to stamp on. But I never have good luck with velvet paper. So I decided to break into the, oh golly, let me see what the name of it is. So I don't give the wrong info, right? We don't want the wrong info. Okay, so this is this guy. So this designer series paper is called Elegant Pine Snowflakes. It's gorgeous. And I wanted to use the designer series paper. So I used the pine tree trimmings bundle, which is it's a smaller bundle. It's very reasonable. It's like under $38 or something. Anyway, and it has the cute little die for the tree. And I think there's there's 3 different trees. So these are the cards that I decided to come up with instead. I love them. I think I need to just have Christmas classes like every week so we can use all the stuff that I have because it's all so much fun. And I love those little blingy things. They make me so happy. That's part of the suite. They're just so sparkly. So that was yet another class. And then what else did we do here? Oh, let me grab him. Okay. Thank goodness my room is small, right? So this was another class where we took the party banner dies and made them into boxes. I had them numbered here just for myself, for my brain, because we were doing 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, I think this is one of the largest party banners. And what you do is you just flip them upside down. You make a box and you sandwich the banners in between. And there you go. You got a cute little giftable, right? They can put some maybe gift cards in there or chocolates or I don't know. There's a lot of different things you could fit in that. And then there was this size. So we made one just a little smaller. Very cute. And then we made this one here. Adorable. So it's getting a little smaller. It's like nested dolls. And then this little guy right here, which I think is really adorable too. So that was another class. Oh my goodness. What else? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you this one. So this isn't done. The front is naked yet. I started on it and I didn't finish it because I was waiting for the dies that I need for this because I wanted to use the branching out dies, I think that they're called. But this was such a sweet little book. This was designed by Deb Smeek. It's just a fun way to put some Christmas memories into it. We use the paper that I was pointing out here. Let me show you again. We use the Christmas Tags and More 6x6 paper to do all the accents in the book. And it has little pockets, whoops, and the tags and more pockets. There's pockets everywhere on this. I think it's just adorable. These are actually cards that we slid into the pockets. But if you decided you wanted to use the cards, you could also put other ephemera or photos or something like that in there. And then again, another pocket, a side pocket. And then there's this pocket here. And again, another tag. And whoops, this guy is falling right out. He's going to run right away. There we go. And then this has a side pocket as well. And then we have this last side pocket where you could put, I don't know, maybe concert tickets or something, I don't know, or some more photos, anything that's memorable during the holidays that you like to basically use as like a little memory book. And then we add the ribbon to it here and then tie a bow to keep it shut. But like I said, the front of it's a little naked. I didn't quite finish it. It's getting there. It's almost done. So maybe if you guys are wanting to see how this is done, it's actually the basic skeleton of it is super simple and so much fun. And the cool thing is with stuff like this, I love to make it. I love to make 3D projects. And this can go any route. It doesn't have to be just Christmas, right? It can be whatever you want it to be, whether it would be birthday oriented, maybe giving us a birthday gift, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, all the things. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do with this. So I'm looking forward to maybe even making one in the spring or with the spring products that we'll have coming out soon. All right. Now, I was asked to do a display. So I packed up my display from my classroom and I took it with me down there. So if you guys follow me a little bit on social media, mainly Facebook, or, well, no, I didn't put on my blog yet. So mainly Facebook, you've seen a lot of photos, but I have even more to share. But anyway, I was also asked to kind of demo a project of some sort. And this is actually a project that I did as a make and take at a demonstrator event in August. And I took it and ran with it and decided to do with even more updated products. And we used updated products for the one that we had made. And it was so, so cute. So this is super easy. It's using one piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock and making it into a little folder. Excuse me. And this is a little giftable. And I love to do things like this. Like I said, 3D items like this are right up my sleeve. So this holds 4 cards and envelopes comfortably. So as you can see here, like I said, it's just one piece of cardstock that we've made into a folder. And I'll just show you guys the cards that I came up with. There we go. There's 2 with the envelopes, and then the other 2. So much fun. So I didn't demo all 4 cards. I just basically demoed how to make the basic concept of the gift holder, and how they could just do multiple different ways of decorating these, because like I said, it's a great, easy giftable. And I'll show you guys the other one that I had that I used, I believe is the Charming Day Designer Series paper here. How am I even doing on time? I don't even know. I'm just rambling. Okay, so I'll show you this one. So same exact concept. And by the way, this stamp is from Encircled with Love, I believe. And it coordinates with the 1 7/8 circle punch. And I also use the 2-inch circle punch to layer it. It's perfect together. So if you guys say, well, I don't need that punch. I have a 2-inch punch. Why would I need one that's 1/8 of a whatever inch less? This is exactly why, right here, because it makes your life easy and you can layer perfectly. So anyway, I'll just show you real quick. So what I did with this one, with the other one that we had made, I think the original is out in my classroom, we used the More Messages bundle. So it's like one big stamp that has all these sentiments on it. You stamp it, then run it through with one larger die, and it cuts all of these sentiments out all at once. And they're all different shapes. So there's like this one and this one. I think I did show you guys something similar to this already. If my brain is working properly, I think I did. But anyway, so I was perplexed. Oops, I bent that. I was perplexed on what to show everybody because, you know, you get all these stampers together. You think they've seen it all. Like, what can I show them that they don't already know? But I had a nice response to it, and I'm glad that they enjoyed it and the display. It's always fun to be asked, although I go a little overboard because I want to make sure that I have enough stuff and that there's something for everybody. Also, Jackie, who is a artisan, was there. She's one of 4 in the USA. Sorry, I was getting a drink again. And so I was able to meet her. She's the one that just posted that cute little tic-tac-toe box. That was hers. But anyway, I was so excited because I got to get a picture with her. She was tearing down her display the same time I was. I'm like, Jackie, can I get a picture with you? So I thought that was kind of cool. She's so sweet. Okay, and then one last thing I want to show you guys. Of course, we were spoiled during the event. When we got into the room, the very first thing that we seen on our table, the mug is in the dishwasher, but it was this cute blue mug. I think it said Live, Love, Craft. And then she made us each one of these. All 72 people got this. And then there was, in the middle of the day, yesterday, we got a cookie from the cookie lady that she uses for cookie cards, because she uses a kit, and then she also has cookie making, which I want to try to do myself. I need a cookie lady in Ludington, so let me know. Also, another day, we walked in yesterday, and one of these were at every seat, and they were all lit. It was the coolest thing when we walked into the room, and all 72 of them were lit, and they did all of this. She said it took them hours to put these together to get the letters out and put them in for everybody, but it was so cool. So just a lot of surprise and delights while we were there. Yeah, lunch was provided. It was amazing. And kudos to Rhonda. She did a great job. Okay, you guys ready to do some stamping? Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. So the first card is this one right here. Isn't that cute? So I have all the bits and pieces. Like I said, I did all the die cutting in advance. The only thing I didn't do is coloring. Whoops. All the stuff. And, oh, you know what? I didn't do cheat sheets, so we're going to wing it. So first of all, this is a pecan pie. It's measured at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. I have a piece of very vanilla. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and insert that inside. You know, it's so weird this time of the day, the lighting is different. I didn't even think about that. And then also, this is a strip of 4 by 1/2. And I'm going to put this at the bottom just for a little extra added something. And then we have this piece of beautiful Autumn Toile Designer Series paper. I love both sides. So much fun. So this is cut at, let me double check, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So it's covering the entire front of the card. I'm going to go ahead and, in fact, do my little trick, tappy tappy. Make sure it is flush all the way around. And then, oh no, I forgot. Oh, are you kidding me? Did I really seriously forget that? Okay, we're going to compromise here. Improvise, compromise, whatever the word is that I need. And we'll just cut it. This is exactly why I just get off kilter when I am away from my environment for a while. Oh, you know what, you guys? I just seen the other classes on my chair that I didn't show you. Oh, well. If we have time, I'll show them after. Let's measure this. So on this card, I use the Texture Notes dies. I love that little edging around there. But for the sake of time and because I goofed, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I'm going to just cut a piece. Let's see, 3 1/4 by, there we go. Ta-da! Now we have a piece. Okay. Goodness. So I wanted to show you guys how these dies work. So this is that big tree. And what I did with this, just to show you, I used this die and this die together. So it cut the outside line of the tree, and also when I cut it with this inner bigger die here, that's what comes out of that. Isn't that cool? Hi, Sue. Happy Sunday late crafternoon. So that is how those two dies together work. I think it's just stunning. So first of all, I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Let's see here. Whoops. Ooh, those are like sticking together like twins. And peel those off, maybe, and put that on as a layer. So we still have a bit of the designer paper that peeks out. And then we're going to go ahead. Hello, hello. It's good to see you, Sue. Thanks for popping on late. I knew I would not be back by 1 o'clock today, so I know it's just kind of weird to be on this hour, though, for sure. I wasn't sure if anybody would show with it being this late on a Sunday. All right, and there we go. So we layered that on, and then this is that really cool die that has the leaves. And so I'm going to go ahead and add this. This multi-purpose liquid glue that we have is amazing. So you really don't need to go crazy with the glue. I say dot, dot, just little. You don't need a lot. Okay, so let's see here. We're just going to throw that on like so. Looks good enough, right? It's a tree. It's not supposed to be perfect. And I need to color this. And I also need to color these little rocks. So I grabbed, let's see here what I grabbed. I think this is, yep, Cajun Craze, both the light and the dark. And then I also have Crumb Cake, dark and light. I have the color lifter in case I need it. Okay, no problem. Yep, I'll be uploading this to YouTube in just a little bit. And then this is also pumpkin pie, both the dark and the light. Let's see here. What did I do first? I don't even know. It's been a while since I made this card originally. So I'm thinking I always go light to dark just because, right? We can always add more, but it's always hard to remove once the dark is on there. So I try to be conservative with the coloring, I should say. All right. And there's that. Make sure I'm into the lines I'm supposed to be in. There we go. Color, 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 color. And then, let's see, what else did I use? More orange. Let's go around the outside edge with that. Whoops. Oops, out of the lines a little. Dawn's getting crazy with the Stampin' Blends. All right, there we go. And this leaf here. Like I said, I'm not the best at coloring this stuff. I just wing it. That looks kind of cool though. And then I'm going to use the dark Cajun Craze here too. Just to, I don't know, give it a little extra something. Like that. A little here. Maybe the veins, I don't know. And then let's go over it again with orange or pumpkin pie. Why'd I call that orange? That's funny. Okay. Like that. And then for the acorn, I'm going to use the light crumb cake on the shell, I guess you want to call that. Is that the shell of the acorn? Like that. And then for the tops of them, I used, although you can't really see them once I put the sentiment on there, but hey, I don't want them to feel left out. I have to color them too. So the tops of the acorns with dark crumb cake. In fact, I'm going to do a little bit of shading here. And then we'll take the light crumb cake. There we go. Just like that. Looks good. And then for the rocks, I'm going to use light crumb cake. I think, you know what? Yeah, I did. Okay, never mind. I'm like, did I use this on that card? It's like, yeah, Dawn, hello, it's right there in front of your face. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Looks like I colored with green or something on that, but I didn't grab that, so that's okay. It's all right. We got this. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and add this. I've already heat embossed it with our basic Wow white embossing powder and Versamark ink pad and the heat tool. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on here. I'm not going to put dimensionals on this because it's already popped up a bit and there's a few layers. And then also I have this piece that we've just colored and I need to add that before we add the sentiment on here. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to put that like so. And then we'll place this on here like so. Let's see, like that. And then I've already pre-tied a double bow. This is that beautiful Old Olive and Early Espresso linen thread, I think is what they call it. And it's substantial. It's a good weight, but yet it's not too thick. And it's wonderful to tie bows with. We're going to take a mini glue dot, maybe. Whoops. And add a couple of them. And then stick that on there. Now on the original card, oops, I need to add this too. I didn't add any embellishment, but let's see here. I don't know, it doesn't really need it, but let's play because I have them here. Let's see. These are the Cajun Craze and Gold dots. They're so pretty. They're a little bit sparkly, which is right up my alley. I love sparkle. There we go. Just like that. And that is card number 1 of 3. Isn't that cute? I love that big tree. It just makes me happy, and it just fills up a lot of space on a card. Okay, let's go ahead and do card number 2. Oops, so this again, I went ahead and I did all the things in advance. To get this tree, what I did, sorry, I had to grab this. So I went ahead and I stamped this on very vanilla with pumpkin pie ink. I say early espresso would be way too dark. Yes, it was pumpkin pie ink, which is one of my new favorite browns. It's so nice. So anyway, so I stamped that on very vanilla with pumpkin pie. I ran it through with these 2 layers, so both of them. So it cut out the outer tree and these little cute guys in the tree to make it look like more realistic. And then I also used this die, and I used early espresso for the little critters in the bottom here. I also used early espresso on the branch that you can't really see, and then I used bits of this. I just cut this apart and layered it for this. I call it more like a bush than it is a tree, and that is Mossy Meadow cardstock. Let's go ahead and get all of our pieces out here. Again, I heat embossed the sentiment in advance. And again, I used the basic Wow white embossing powder for the thanks. And this came from Amber Autumn, that stamp set that is part of the full suite of this product. And what we featured last week. Let's see here, get all my pieces straight. So first of all, we have our card base, which is pecan pie, which is cut at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. And then we have our piece of very vanilla, which is 4 by 5 1/4. We'll go ahead and put that on the inside of our card. Whoops, there we go. Also what I did, let me grab my ink, and we're going to grab this beautiful big tree. Oh, he is awesome. I just love him. And then I'm thinking that's not quite big enough. So you're going to want the really big guy. This is, I believe, block F. Yeah, it's block F. It's our largest block in the block bundle. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a very faint image of another tree behind there. So I just stamped it tone on tone on the pecan pie cardstock with pecan pie ink. So we're going to go ahead and do that just because we can. All right. And notice I inked the stamp with the rubber side up. When you have these really large stamps, do not struggle and try to hold this ginormous block and try to ink it like this. That's just silliness, right? It's huge and it's heavy and you could have a mishap easily. So I always say rubber side up. Pretty soon we won't have cling rubber anymore. Sad face. Anyway, rubber side up. This way too you can see if you've inked the entire image as well. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wing it about there-ish. Apply even pressure, but do not give it CPR, because then you'll rock your stamp and then you'll have that edging on there. Then you're going to be sad. So don't give it CPR. Okay. You know what I mean, right? Okay. And then I also, again, I stamped this, cut it out, and we're going to end up layering this. Like I said, you're going to faintly see that other tree. This I have already cut out with that die. I actually cut out two because I messed up the first time. I didn't really mess up. It's just a happy accident, right? Or a happy, I don't know what they call that. Anyway, whatever. I can use it for whatever. But I noticed I had done a thicker base, I guess, on this one than I had on this one. So we're going to use this one. And I'll save this for later. So I'm going to go ahead first of all, and before I glue this down, I'm going to want to basically slide my tree underneath that piece. So I don't want to get crazy with the glue because I want room for it to slide in there. So we're just going to go ahead and put some liquid glue like that. It'll hold it. It doesn't need to be covered with glue. We're not building a house, right? And this is going to go flush to the bottom of the card. And another reason why I love liquid glue now that I have more control of it, putting it into a different bottle, is that it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. And then there we go. There's an area for it to slide into place, right? So we can kind of wiggle it around and see where we want it. I'm going to go ahead, add a little bit of glue here and there. Whoops, okay, little critters. I don't want to glue you. There we go. So slide it into place. And there you go. And then we have this little baby tree bush thing. And we're going to put that, I think, right here. And again, I cut out this die and I just need to cut it so I can just cover that little tree bush thing. So I'm going to go ahead and trim it a little here and a little there. We're just going to glue some of these things on there. And you know, as you look outside, the bushes aren't always perfect, right? So we'll take this little one, use that up, and we'll put that right there. And here's another little guy. We'll use this one. Whew, I really need a manicure. My nails are looking atrocious. Okay, there we go. And then I have a piece of 1/2 inch by, and I don't remember because I didn't take good notes. The teacher was naughty. So it's 2 inches by 1/2 inch, and this is basic beige. And we're gonna go ahead and I think we'll put that down with dimensionals. Oh, where did they go? They ran away. Okay, whoops. Come here, little fella. Okie dokie. And we're going to place that right about just above this lip of where the really espresso is. Yeah, I think right about there. And like I said, I've already heat embossed this. I had a couple little goobers there. That's okay. And this is a piece of Cajun Craze cardstock. I'm just trimming it at an angle with my scissors. And then we'll put that right there. I think what I'm going to do, well, yeah. Well, no, maybe it doesn't need it. I'll say is put a dimensional underneath there, but you know what? I don't think it needs it. We'll just put some heavier glue there because of all this stuff. I want to make sure that, because there's a lot going on right there, right? Okay. And take this stuff, move it to the side, and there we go. Oops, did I knock that funny? Anyway, so that's card number 2. We have 1 card to go. This was a fun card to make. These little critters here, I don't know why I call them critters, but I do. They're cute little critters. I just wanted to show you guys. I saved the piece that I used. So what I did is I used Very Vanilla. Whoops, okay, Very Vanilla. And then I took a blending brush and Cajun Craze ink. And I just went ahead and softly gave it ink, right? And then this is what you come up with, which is what you see on the card there. Kind of fun. So this is like a lighter tone of Cajun Craze. And also I used the big die from Amber Autumn from that bundle that works along with or is in the same suite of product as this tree stuff. And I ran it through Very Vanilla. And then we also have a Very Vanilla card base. This is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I also have a piece of Very Vanilla, again, just to make a little extra sturdy because we no longer have Very Vanilla thick cardstock. It's just the regular weight. So I decided just to put a liner in there as well inside the card. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. Just like so. And then I'm going to go ahead. I just think that this looks so pretty. It's kind of like when you emboss on white, on a white card base, and it looks so elegant, right? I think the same with when you use tone on tone with Very Vanilla. It's very pretty together. So I'm just going to go ahead and looks like I drive very erratically. It's definitely not too straight, is it? Oh my goodness, you can tell I am getting a little goofy delirious because I'm getting tired. All right, there we go. How about you guys? What did you do this weekend? Tell me what you did for fun this weekend. I wish y'all could have been with me. It was a really, really good time. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that into place. That looks really good. Oops, and it's sticking to me. And then what I have also done here, I cut out the trees from the designer series paper. So we have this tree and this tree. I've already pre-tied my bow. Why did I do that in Cajun Craze? I don't know. Oh, could you guys hear that? My alarm just went off. Let me know that I was going to be probably yapping more than I should be. Okay, and I think, did I cut that? I'm going to trim it just a tad. We're going to give it a little haircut. There we go. Then I'm going to take these and I'm eyeballing where I want my tree, which this looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and just, I know, shocker, no dimensionals, right? But I'm going to glue this down right about the middle-ish and just under this leaf here. And then I think I'll pop this one up with dimensionals. It looks kind of goofy because I kind of midway, where'd it go? There it is. Duh. Kind of, I don't know. They call it the Kitty Wampus tree. All right, there we are. Peel these off. And we're going to go ahead and, I'm going to say put it right about there. And then what I'm going to do is put that on towards the right hand side, and I want to pop this up, and I'm going to use the crust, kind of like bread crust, right? And I'm going to put it towards the bottom because I want to slide, this piece underneath it a little bit. And this way it'll give me some wiggle room underneath here. You see what I mean? So it's like a little gutter, which is where my mind is sometimes. I'm kidding. I'm just teasing. Okay, and then, oh, let's see. I'm going to kind of eyeball it. I think I want to slice it right about here, right before that little rock. And then we're going to put that, well, actually, that kind of covered all the way under, but I kind of like that look too. So we're just going to do it. We're going to do this. We're going to be different, just a little bit on this card from the sample. All right, and glue that into place. I got glue all over me. And again, I need my mini glue dots. Whoops. And I'm going to put that, oh, let's see here, right about here, I guess. And there we go. But let's go ahead and, I feel saucy. Let's go ahead and add some bling. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we use these again? Or I also brought the streaked dots, so they're a little bit darker. Ooh, I think I kind of like that. Check those out. Those are so pretty. And then, like I said, these have the gold in them, and they're more of a Cajun craze color. Those are pretty too. I don't know. It would go with the deer, or this would go more with the trees. Let's go with the darker. Why not? I just made an executive decision. Okay. Just for something different. Why not? Okay. There. And oops. I got something sticking to me. He doesn't want to go away. There. Oops. Come here. Oh my gosh. Behave yourself. Okay. There we go. All right. So this is card number 3. How fun is that? It's such a beautiful suite. What do you guys think of it? I love it, love it, love it. So let's bring back the other 2 cards. So there are all 3. Once again, just to remind you, here's the link to my shop. I appreciate you shopping with me and supporting me and my Stampin' Up! Business. And once again, if you do have an order of $75 or more, you will receive that tutorial free. It's a $30 value, and it will be featuring the Perfectly Pairs suite of product with 16 projects, color photos, all the measurements, and a video for each of those cards. All right, you guys, if you have any questions on anything, reach out to me. I hope that you enjoyed tonight's project. I'm sorry we ran just a little bit over from what we normally do, but I just had so much to share from the weekend. It was such a good time. I think now I'm going to clean off my table, get in my pajamas, and hit the pillow. But I'm glad that you were here. Thanks, Kristen. I didn't see you pop on. Hello there. Thanks again for joining me tonight. And like I said, I'm going to give my brain a rest because obviously I'm feeling really discombobulated. But thank you. And oh, also a reminder, next Sunday, which is the 21st of September, I will not be doing a live. I just don't think I'm going to have time to record something in advance because we leave Tuesday morning. And so that gives me the rest of tonight and tomorrow to get ready for the next trip. But, yeah. So anyway, so I just want to remind you of that. I will not be on next Sunday, but I will be back on track with our normal routine Sunday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern time on the 28th of September, which is on a Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. I will be sharing this week even more inspiration from this past weekend. so that I have something for you guys to look at, since I won't have something to share into next Sunday. So I'll be sharing some more of that stuff. So look out for that on Facebook, either on my group or my Facebook business page, which is where you are right now. All right, guys, have a great week, and I will stamp with you soon. Bye-bye.